Anna has some difficult decisions to make today surrounding the weather and whether or not to go out and play with her friends. In the United Kingdom, we have all sorts of weather, no matter what season of year it is. Deciding if it's safe to play presents Anna with lots of considerations to make. Just because the weather is unpredictable and constantly changing doesn't mean that you still can't play outside. It just requires some preparation and sensible judgment to keep everyone safe. Hannah has come up with some ideas with regards to preparing for the different weather conditions we might all face outdoors.
In this day and age, we are very fortunate to be able to predict quite accurately what the weather conditions will look like in our communities. This allows us time to prepare in advance. The most important thing to consider first is what to wear regarding clothing. If the weather is cold, snowy or raining, it's really important to wrap up, ensuring from head to toe that you have enough comfortable warm clothes and footwear. If it's sunny and warm, it's also important that you have appropriate clothes which protect you from the strong sunlight or heat generated from the sun. Lighter, loose-fitting clothes are the best, and a must is a cap or a hat.
If you're planning to play outside for any length of time, it's good to have some items on hand to make the experience both enjoyable for longer and also comfortable. And of course, before we start any activity, we must think about our safety first. A ground covering is a great marker for your play space, but it also protects you from the cold and the wet. Having access to an umbrella also protects you from the sun and the rain, and it's a very good windbreaker. Making sure that there are some fluids available, either on a hot day or a cold day, helps both to rehydrate folk, but also provide some comfort. And it's a really good idea to have with you at all times a telephone, just in case of those emergencies that might arise. It's a good idea to think about all the issues we have touched on today with regards to the weather, and whether or not it's safe to play outside. We have learned that there requires some serious thought and preparation needed first and foremost before we play outside. We have also come up with a list of do's and don'ts, which we need to consider and share with the other children so we are all in agreement. Like Hannah, she has made a list of all the things she needs to think about and do in a book. So why don't you think about your own do's and don'ts and write them down on a list? This will mean you will be ready for all weathers. So have lots of fun and please stay safe.